The YMCA helps you.
Find your hidden talent.
Learn the skills you've always wanted.
Advance against obstacles.
Achieve your dream.
Discover your golden opportunity.
Build a better future. I grew up in the Bronx, New York. I am the oldest of 7 children. When I was about 14 years old, there was a family tragedy and I had to leave the home. I became a homeless teen. I had nowhere to go, so the only place that I could think of was the Port Authority, and I kind of just slept there. It was very hard, it was scary. I'm sorry. Girls like me, they don't make it. They become the statistic that everyone expects them to be. After the 3 weeks at the Port Authority, I got to live with my grandmother. It had been a few years, and I knew that I wanted to work with kids. I knew that I liked children. I walked into the YMCA, and they interviewed me on the spot. It was amazing. I was greeted by staff that seemed like they knew me, like they were so happy to see me. Through my work at the Y, not only did I get to discover who I was, but I was also able to help other people. Currently, life is great. I am a special education teacher for New York City. I just graduated this year with my master's. I have a wonderful 7-year-old daughter who is my entire world. She inspires me every day. My life says that with resilience, anything is possible, and I owe everything to the YMCA.
My second son, Michael, was diagnosed with autistic spectrum disorder. He doesn't like to be in a room with a lot of people or too much noise. It makes him very anxious. They said he wasn't going to speak. It was devastating. I work full-time, my husband works full-time, and it was very difficult to make it work. I discovered the Y because they run an after-school program at Michael's school. I spoke to the counselors and the supervisor at the Y, and they told me that they're able to work with all kinds of children. Within a few weeks, Michael loved the Y, felt very comfortable, felt very safe.
Well, I'm in 3rd grade, so I actually don't need help. But when I really need help, I get help from my counselors.
They do sports, they do games, they teach children how to respect each other.
My friends are kinder than anybody else.
Thanks to family and friends and the good people that helped us. The Y After School program has changed my son's life. He's a smart, fun-loving, typical, happy little boy.
My name is Stephen Hook, and this is my son, James. Katie was James's mother, and she was a registered nurse. She was a great mother and a great person. 5 years ago, she made a poor decision, and she died of a drug overdose. My main goal was to make sure James long-term was going to be all right. When Katie had gotten into trouble, she was mandated to outpatient at the YMCA. At the age he was at, it was going to be real difficult to really understand what really happened without a lot of help, and the YMCA gave us the help that we needed.
After we go to the Y Little Steps program, I feel happy, refreshed, and not overwhelmed, because I'm kind of overwhelmed.
I can't remember a time that we ever left there not feeling better than we did before we went in. made me see the other side of addiction, how it affects the family. It was a real eye-opener.
Without the Y, no one would have hope.
The hardest thing growing up was, I guess, some of my insecurities that I had about myself. I didn't have like the strongest self-esteem. I got picked on a lot. The constant name calling, like, oh, you're on the wrong line. He, she, her man, the second ugliest girl in class. I was really muscular, and outside of the swim world, it's not really appreciated on a woman's body. Swimming was like that outlet, and I was just appreciated, and it just made me feel a lot better about myself. Whereas like school, I like to learn, but kids can be brutal. I just wanted to do good in school so I can go to a good college. What the Y does is that it gives opportunities to people and gives them access to things they wouldn't have otherwise. Prior to the YMCA, I never met any engineers. At the YMCA, there were people who looked like me who did engineering. Senior year, I applied to Harvard's 2+2 MBA program, and 3 days before graduation, I learned that I got in. The YMCA helped me know that I'm capable of doing these things. I'm really empowered, and the great thing about that is I get to showcase that to other people. I'm just really excited and just really happy. I'm in a good place in life right now.
Becoming your best you.
Give today.
Your help makes all the difference.